Thank you for coming again.
No problem.
All right, you guys, it's time. Let's get busy. I know we 2 minutes late. I'm still on time. No, we got him here. I'm going to let him introduce himself, the king of comedy, you guys. Hello, sir. Thank you for coming to Pretty Little Ladies Podcast. Can you please introduce who you are?
I am Ricco Dagreat.
Yes.
Comic from Berkeley, California, representing Sacramento.
Yes. Okay, so everybody wants to know a little bit about you. I'll wait till more people get on to ask that question. But can you tell us how the whole comedy thing started?
It was started out the blue. I've always been funny, laugh, and but I never thought I'd be a comedian. And
really?
Yeah, one of my friends just threw me on stage. Shit.
Really?
Just out the blue, like, nigga, hey, you funny, man, get on stage. And I was like, man, I don't do no comedy, man, I ain't with that shit.
Yeah.
I was scared.
Yeah, I bet.
He just told me, he was like, man, come on, man. And he went on stage, and he's like, next on stage, Ricco Dagreat. And I was like, and I went up there, and I liked this shit so much, I just never stopped doing it.
Dude, really?
I've been doing it for about 13 years now, 14 years. Yeah.
Okay.
I never stopped. When I say I never stopped, I never stopped. Any stage I can get on, I was getting on at that time. Yeah.
So it just started turning into a love and a passion.
It turned into it was always a love, and it was always a passion, but it was a scared passion.
Gotcha.
Everybody has gifts.
Yes.
And sometimes it takes for God to put you in situations for you to open them gifts. And then, sometimes God is preparing you for gifts and you don't even know it.
That's right.
Because I used to be funny to all my friends and I would tell jokes. But I never thought like a comedian to last,
to make money doing it.
Not even just making money, just even being a nigga that somebody wanted to see on stage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who the fuck want to see me talk and,
what?
And then just to get the love and meet the different people I've met in life, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it.
So name like some of the people you work with. Have you worked with any big comedians like the Kevin Harts?
Well, I did a special for Kevin Hart, my third year of comedy. I did a Heart of the City.
Oh, I love that.
And then I've done comedy with Bill Bellamy, I've done Guy Torres, Tony Roberts. I mean, I can go down the list of people I've been with, as far as comedy. And then, like I said, I've done the Apollo. And
oh, I got to see that.
I did the Apollo. I've done the Apollo. I've done some pretty big shows with some pretty big comedians. And like I said, God has let me meet a lot of people that I thought I would never meet in my life.
Wow. Okay.
Comedy. Yeah. So that's
so who inspires you? I know you got to have somebody that inspires you.
Really, truly, who inspired me was my mom and my dad. My mom and dad were funny as hell. My mom, rest in peace. My father, rest in peace. They were both funny from two different worlds.
Okay.
My mom was from a square world. My daddy was from the streets. Daddy was a pimp, and he just was funny. He was one of them
funny pimp.
Yeah, he was like, he always had something to say or clowning somebody. So I learned a lot of that shit from him. But where I grew up in Berkeley, all my friends are comedians. We all just talk shit about each other. I mean, I'm surprised my phone ain't going off right now because we got a chat and we just talk shit about each other. So,
really?
But it's our way of showing love to each other.
Exactly.
Even during funerals. We do it during funerals. We doing it during weddings. It don't matter. You can bring your girl. It don't matter. We getting on
that. Oh, y'all calling on the girl.
Yeah. We ain't. Don't bring your girl if she ain't right. She getting it. We gonna give it to you.
Oh, man. Y'all is foul. Well, do you at least let her leave the room first?
Hell no.
Oh, you guys is bogus.
We go straight for it, man. If you bring her in there, she in the pit,
Damn.
Don't let her laugh.
No.
Then it's on for her.
No, I know what you're talking about because even though I'm not no comedian, but I got 6 brothers and siblings. I need a baby. And 2 of us 3 that got the same dad, us 3 is always ranking on each other. And people don't get it. They be looking like, y'all is cool with that, like how other people would make them get serious. To us, it's funny.
Well, if you get serious with us, we're going to beat you up.
That's how
it's been all my life. That's how it's been all my life. Pop. That's been all my life. Like, if you got serious, you got your ass whooped.
That's right.
It was all in funny games.
Exactly.
So I've never had a fight or a get down one of my partners behind no capping or nothing.
Exactly.
Like you just got to build tough skin for that shit.
You do. You really do.
You got to know what to say. Because I'll make a motherfucker stop. I'm good. I'm real good.
And that's right.
Yeah, when I say real good, I'm one of them ones.
Man.
Nigga, no. If you come capping this, you better come with it. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know I've never seen you on live stage, but I watch all your stuff? Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, a lot of people say that, and then I'll be like,
gotta come.
All you gotta do is come to my show. I mean, every show is different.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna give you the same show every time.
I love that.
I might say some jokes that you know, but I might do them in a whole different way.
Exactly.
You know, I don't know, man. I just like entertaining people. I love seeing people happy.
Yeah.
I love seeing people smiling and enjoying themselves. It's just a natural thing for me, man. I've been through so much in my life that my way of living is making people happy.
I love that because laughter is medicine, right?
Oh yeah, it's God's medicine.
Oh my God, it's just it's the best, and I love comedy. And mine's for me, it ain't because being not from California, I necessarily don't be knowing what be going on or who's the who's or what it is. Not because it's not because I be wanting to see you.
Right.
I just don't be knowing what I don't be in the mix like that.
Well, it'd be hard because a lot of times you get a lot of people who say they support you, but you don't get that support.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Like if Sack supported me like they should, I'd be further than what I am. I don't get. I don't get that. Hear that. I get a lot of love in the streets, but not a lot of love towards what I'm doing.
Absolutely. Like businesses.
Right, like share my shit.
Facts.
Stop saying you're going to come to a show and come to a show.
Absolutely.
Just come. If you come.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah,
we got to support our king, man. He out here doing this for us. He out here doing it to put smiles on our face. And I'm glad to know that because now he's really about to be the hot topic of this. And we got to push him. Y'all hear that? So everybody, please go on and follow Ricco Dagreat. In a minute, I'm going to have him shout out his social medias. Make sure you click on, make sure you follow him and show up to a show because I'm going to be at the next one. I promise you that.
Right.
So, okay. So, is there anybody in the game that you want to work with that you haven't, that you're like, man, I got to work with him?
Mike Epps.
Really? Okay.
Ali Sadiq. I like those two dudes. I got to see.
You remind me of a Mike Epps for some reason.
People say that. People say that to me. And
no,
it's like,
for real.
We come from the same kind of living, and we talk about shit that's relatable. So I mean, I can see that in some ways. I get a lot of people saying they remind them of Robin Williams and Bernie Mac. I've heard it all, but my favorite comedians coming up was always Red Fox. And
everybody loves Red Fox.
Yeah, Red Fox. Sanford and Son, I'll still watch it. I'll watch it today like I never seen it.
I never thought he was so funny like that. Maybe because he's a little bit more.
It's like with Red Fox, it's his facial expressions.
Yeah, I can see that.
The way he goes about. People don't know comedy is all about words.
Yes.
And it's a certain way you say a word, it's a certain way you pronounce a word, or it's a way you bring a word to your sentence that makes that situation funny.
Absolutely.
So his timing was just impeccable.
Okay.
And I study his timing, I study his facial expressions. With Richard Pryor, it's the storytelling.
Yeah, now Richard Pryor was funny to me.
Yeah, Richard Pryor was funny. His storytelling is honesty. So I learned how to be honest.
Yeah, and he cursed a lot.
Watching Richard Pryor. But then I learned how to be able to talk to people without cursing watching Bill Cosby.
Really? I swear I did not think you would say Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby. I watched Bill Cosby do a special for about an hour in a chair.
He was a comedian?
Yeah, Bill Cosby was one of the best
comedians. You just taught me something. You learn something every day. I didn't know that.
A lot of people don't know that, but if you've been in the comedy game, Bill Cosby.
Exactly, you would know.
Bill Cosby was one of the most successful comedians back in the 60s and 70s. His albums were platinum. He was
really?
When Richard Pryor first got in the game, Richard Pryor was trying to be like Bill Cosby.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it drove him crazy because people wouldn't give him his
flowers like they did Bill Cosby.
They kept trying to tell him he was Bill. He wanted to be Bill Cosby.
Oh wow!
And eventually he became Richard Pryor. But for a long time, people would go to shows and be like, "This is like watching Bill Cosby again." Because Richard Pryor we're trying to get in the game.
He was imitating him.
And what it was, Bill Cosby was so famous that he wanted to come behind that wave, and nobody really was feeling him at that time. Richard Pryor didn't get funny to people until after he went to Berkeley. He went to Berkeley, gave up his ID, gave up his Social Security card, and he lived with the hippies for about a year.
Really?
He got political.
Okay.
So when he came back to the stage, I forgot what the guy was. He said Richard Pryor left being Bill Cosby, but he came back being Richard Pryor.
Wow.
So when he came back,
he found himself, his own self.
That's what it is about comedy. It's just finding yourself.
Exactly. Stop trying to be everybody else that you're not.
Well, not trying to be just not everybody else, but just be you.
Absolutely.
You are what's funny. So if you be you, how can somebody not like it?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, a lot of guys, like if you go in the gym, you're doing layups. You see a guy shooting 3-pointers, you don't know how to shoot them. Keep practicing your layups.
Exactly.
You know, don't try to do what the next person is doing or go out of your realm or out of your zone. You know, it's like a rapper rapping about something you don't know nothing
King,
about.
that a lot of in our world, that's what it's about. And that's why, like you said, people know because everybody's trying to be somebody. But like you said, and that's my message to kids, be you. Stop trying to be somebody else and be yourself.
Right.
And that's what gets you known. That's what gets you liked. But everybody's trying to be somebody else. Right. And that's what it is, you know, for a minute. You being in a comedy, I know you know about that. A lot of people talk bad about Chris Tucker, him trying to be somebody. Well, I mean, not Chris Tucker. What's his name that be trying to act like him and sound like him? His wife died. He was on Wild
DC Young Fly.
DC Young Fly.
Well, with DC Young Fly, he's from Atlanta. They both from Atlanta. And I did a show with DC Young Fly. DC Young Fly is an image that's funny.
Okay.
You know, so he could fall on stage and everybody gonna laugh.
Yeah.
His comedy getting a little stronger, but he really doesn't have to tell jokes because he has this image already.
Gotcha.
So his image alone makes people want to laugh.
Yeah.
It makes it hard for comedians like me because I don't have no props. I'm not about to do no, hey boy, I'm not about to bring your ass here.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about.
I'm just a brother who get on stage. When I get on stage, I do comedy.
Gotcha.
When I get off stage, if I don't know you, you won't even know I do comedy because I'm gonna be quiet.
Okay.
So if you're my
I've experienced that with you.
But if you're my peoples and I really fool with you, are you gonna see me do some shit that make you go, this thing's out of line? Yeah. You know, but if you're not my peoples and I don't really fuck with you, I'm not no fun dude to be around because I'm quiet. I'm refined. I'm humble to the point where
you observe it. You just chill.
I'm just humble about what I do, and I don't care about all the praise.
Okay.
I give God the glory. I just tell the story.
Right,
I know what I've been through as a human being.
That's right.
To be doing what I'm doing right now is like a blessing. It's just like I know I get a lot of praise. You the best. You this, and I look at him and I go, that don't even matter to me because the one person I made happy was my mother. Oh. I made her proud of me, and
that's right.
That's like putting a star on Hollywood ground.
For real.
For me, to make her happy. To hear my mother tell her friends, that's my son, you know. Woo.
Did you make her laugh?
All the time.
Did you?
We made each other laugh.
Okay.
But it was like, with my mother, it was like, I used to live a wild life back in the days, you know what I'm saying? And I remember hearing on the phone with a friend one time, and a friend must have asked what I was doing, and my mother was like, just getting it together. He's trying to get his life right. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, she couldn't tell her I'm in these streets and I'm doing this and that. She was embarrassed of that. She wasn't proud of that. So it kind of messed me up a little bit.
You was a real man for that.
And then
I love to hear
when I had her, when I took a picture with a lady one time, and I didn't know my mom knew the lady. My mom went to school with her. And the lady had said some nice things about me on there. And my mother couldn't wait to call her. And she called her and I heard her in the room saying, that's my son. He's a comedian, da 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 da. I mean, just anybody she talked to, she went in for that, So that was my biggest goal in life was always make my mom proud and my grandmother proud. That was my two women I looked at, like them is the two women I always want to make happy. You know what I'm saying? And then, I got daughters.
I was going to ask you that
I want to make my beautiful daughters happy.
Okay. How many girls you got?
I got 2.
Okay.
Just
2 kids, period?
No, I got 4 kids. I got 2 boys, 2 girls.
I love that.
1 stepdaughter, but I call her my daughter.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I've been around her since she was like 4. And
that's
never left her side. So
absolutely.
I love her like
it ain't about biological having somebody. It's
I love her like she's my own daughter.
That's
so
right.
I don't play that step shit.
That's That's right. That's right.
That's my daughter.
Absolutely.
I've been the only man in her life, so
yeah.
That's my baby.
That.
That's my baby.
I salute you for that.
Yeah.
How old are they?
33 and 28.
Okay.
And then my son is 26. He just graduated from Howard in 2021. He graduated from Howard.
I love that. Congrats, y'all. We got to applaud that.
Yeah. I got a 14-year-old that's 6'3".
Wow.
Wears size 16 shoes.
Oh, like mine's in there?
He about
16. He wears a size 15 in shoe.
Yeah, my son is like 240, 250.
Okay.
He a big dude, but them is my four like.
Those your blessings. That's your heartbeat, your lifelines. Like I say about my 5, they my lifelines.
Yeah, I love it to death. I love being a father.
Anybody picking up daddy's trait with the comedian stuff? Anybody?
My daughter's
always
funny.
One kid that
my
follows.
daughter is funny, and my son, all three of my biological kids are good, funny kids. They funny as hell when I talk to them on the phone. So they got that. They got it. They got it honest. They got it honest.
Okay.
They got it honest,
Do you think any of them can make it in being a comedian?
Nah. Yeah.
Okay, no. So just funny with the family.
They just funny family flies.
Not as a career.
They ain't about to get on no stage. I wasn't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I said, it came out the blue for me, man, and I love it. My thing is like encouraging other people that do comedy. I don't
like who me and you talked about on the phone.
Right.
They'll be here next too.
It's like I get dudes who come to me, and sometimes they come with their heart. Like, man, you funny as hell. I wish I could be on your level. And I'm like, man, you on my level. We in the same fucking place. Don't tell me. You ain't never got to say you ain't on somebody's level. Now, when you get to talk about these other people, then that's it. But me, I'm on the same level as you. Don't ever think I'm above you or I might be funnier than you or whatever, but I'm never above you. I don't make me no better than you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
But that don't even make the ones that make more money than you better.
Nah,
their money bracket is different. They're not better than you.
They live in a different life.
Exactly.
And,
exactly.
I don't judge people by the money they got. I just judge people by the heart.
Me neither. You like me. I agree. Because money don't make you. My mom always said a title don't make you. You bleed like the rest of us.
Yeah, for sure.
So you are from California. I get the discrepancy. Is it the Bay or Sacramento?
I'm from the Bay. Okay, so you're from the Bay. I was born in Sac.
Okay.
I was 4 years old when I moved away from Sac.
Okay.
My mother moved to Berkeley to go work at Cal. She worked at University of California.
Oh, I love that.
And I lived in Berkeley all my life. I used to come to Sacramento in the summertime and visit my grandmother out in Del Paso Heights.
Okay.
And my grandmother lived in the same house for like 40 years.
Yeah.
And I used to come out here every summer. And my dad being a pimp and knowing everybody, I went everywhere. So I know everybody in Sacramento. I've been to every hood, but I've never been like in no gangs and none of that shit.
I love that. Because you ain't no followers.
I was one of them kids. I was one of them kids growing up that wanted to play basketball. I played basketball all my life. And then at 21, I got hit by a diesel.
Really?
Yeah, I got my leg broken in half, my face smashed in. Almost died in like 95.
Wow.
I got hit by a diesel in 95. And then...
Was you riding a bike or something?
No, I was driving. My car spun out of control.
Damn.
And a diesel hit me on my driver's side. Broke my leg in half, smashed my collarbone, smashed my face in, almost died in 95. And,
I'm sorry to hear that. I learned something about you.
Yeah, and then I got to that street life, started messing around the streets and...
Kind of follow your dad's footsteps.
Yeah. And I seen it wasn't me. It was making me dark. It was dark, man. It was like, I have no memory of it.
Really?
That's what's so cold about it. People like, and I'd be thinking to myself like, them nights were so hazy and so full of drugs that I really don't remember.
Wow.
But it's like
God must not want you to remember that.
Yeah, because I was getting high. I ain't gonna lie, I was dark. I was in a dark place. I was getting high off that powder and popping them pills, dancing outside the cars and running with the Mac Dre's and the pit players and I was doing it big, man. And one day I was getting high and something just came over me. And I got on my knees and I prayed to God. I said, God, give me the strength to stop doing this shit. It's tearing me up.
Oh, I love that.
And I got up, I threw my powder in the toilet, I flushed it, and I ain't looked back. I ain't did nothing since 2000.
Kid, come on, man. That, man.
2000,
it's not easy to leave.
2000 was the last time I had a drink, pop pills or snorted powder. So
yes.
I've been clean ever since. I smoke a lot of weed, but
ain't nothing wrong
I've
with
been
weed.
clean. I've been clean on the drugs for that long. And a lot of people trip out when they see me. They be like, "You don't drink?"
I get that all the time. You don't smoke, you don't drink, you don't do nothing. I'm like, why do you got to do all that to have fun?
Well, a lot of people, they feel that way because the nigga be funny. Like, you don't drink? Like, drink at all, man. I ain't drunk. It's just me. You know?
Facts.
So, I gave up the drugs and all that. Then I kind of got myself together a little bit. And then out of, after the cleaning up, here come the comedy out of nowhere.
See? God had a calling for you.
I do the comedy, and then I was doing comedy for a minute. I got sick with a thyroid disease.
Wow.
I had thyroid disease bad. I was going through all kind of different shit. They really couldn't control it, and it was getting out of hand. And they gave me a drug called Comdey to thin my blood out.
I know exactly.
They thought I had blood clots, so they wasn't really taking heed to the numbers. The numbers go up, the numbers go down.
Exactly.
When you take Comdey.
Yep.
And nobody was checking my numbers when I'm taking the medicine.
That's a lawsuit.
So on Christmas Day, maybe 11 years ago, I got a headache. And I told my auntie, I said, take me to the hospital. My head is hurting. She was like, on Christmas? I was like, yeah, my shit hurt that bad. I need to go. So her and my daughter took me to the hospital. I walked in the hospital, and the lady said, what's wrong? I said, man, my head is killing me. And she said, you okay? I said, I got the worst headache I ever had in my life. I fell out. I woke up 4 days later with the whole side of my head shaved, staples in my head.
What?
Hell yeah.
What happened?
I had a brain aneurysm.
That's what my grandma died from.
I had 4 blood clots going to my brain. The doctor said if I didn't get to the hospital when I did, I would have died in the car. Because it wouldn't have been no way. They would have busted my brain. I got there just in time. It was Christmas Day, and the doctor
you didn't ignore it.
You had a doctor that that was the specialist at that surgery, was just getting ready to leave for Christmas. And they called him back, and he came in. And it was a dude that I know from the barber shop. I never knew he was a barber. I never knew he was a doctor. It's a dude who was coming to get his haircut at the barber shop. I never knew he was a surgeon. And he was in there when I was getting ready to have my surgery. Yeah. And he told me, he said, I told that doctor, man, we got to save his life because a lot of people love him. And I said, nah, bro. He was like, man, I was right there, man. And it just freaked me out that God sent me through them situations. And then still, right afterward, they told my mother I wasn't going to walk, I wasn't going to talk, I was going to be all this different shit, and I was going to need therapy and everything. Man, God is good. God is amazing.
Yes, He is.
Through the love of Jesus.
Sometimes the calling we think we got for our lives, He has another calling.
He had something different for me, man.
Absolutely.
And I got out the hospital, and within a month, man, I was back doing comedy, back running the streets, back moving like I had never had a brain aneurysm in my life. See? You know, so I'm just like I tell people, I'm a billboard for God to show you what He can do. Hey, even if you do fuck up, even if you do mess your life up, you always got bounce back.
I was going to say that. Absolutely. Yeah. No, you're not lying, because like I told you when we was talking on the phone, when my mom died, I tried committing suicide for years.
Right.
And it's my 10-year-old son, he's 10 now, that saved my life. It took for me to get pregnant, for me to stop. Well, and I just wanted my mom. When my mom died, I died inside.
Well, my mom passed away in July.
Okay.
My mom died July 3rd. My dad was killed July 4th, 1993.
Wow.
And my mom ended up dying 2024, July 3rd.
Mine's died 2013.
So it was kind of, my mother was my best friend all my life.
Too, trust me. I know it. Thelma Louise is what they call us.
Yeah, my dog. That was my dog. We rode, we kicked it. She knew everything. I told my mama everything.
Me too. Even if she didn't want to hear it, I told her
so it's, like I tell people, I'm hurt. I'm not sad. I'm just hurt. I hurt every day. Every day.
You miss it.
I'm not really lonely because I got a spirit with me and I feel it in me at times.
I love that.
So I don't try to be lonely because loneliness causes depression.
Yes.
When you get lonely, you can let the devil in your life.
No, you can't.
You're never lonely.
No,
you're never lonely when you got God. So
That's
I never feel lonely.
I like that, King. That is deep. Damn, you got me now. So let me shut up and not be saying that sometimes. And I ain't lonely because I got babies, but just lonely in a different way.
You got God.
That's right.
You can never be lonely with God in your life.
That's right.
And I learned that over the years doing the things I've been through. And
absolutely.
I just know when I'm at my lowest point, I can always talk to Him. And even when I'm at my highest point,
that's right. You can talk to God.
So I never have a fear of being lonely.
Yes.
You know, sometimes I have a fear of being alone.
Me too.
But never lonely. I'm never lonely, man. I always got these spirits with me. My grandmother's spirit, my father's spirit, and my mom's spirit is always with me. And I can always bring those memories up. Sometimes they make me cry.
Me too.
Sometimes
they make you laugh. Yes,
you know? So,
I know what you're saying.
I mean, you know, I went and seen a therapist. I tell all my brothers all the time, go see a therapist, man.
I see one, and I love it.
I loved it.
Black people got to stop doing it. I get into this art, now I won't say argument, the conversation, like, one thing about our culture, black people, we think some things is just, oh, nah, man, that's for the white man, and it's not. Therapy, I love it. And I tell everybody, you going through something, you want to talk to somebody that can't judge you, ain't going to look at you crazy when you tell them it, go see a therapist.
Well, I seen a therapist, and it helped my life.
See? Me too.
100%, man. It made me love even more.
Yes.
And just like losing my mother.
Okay.
My love grew stronger for the people I love.
Because you learn to appreciate.
I learned to appreciate.
Because you lost one that you loved the most. I know what you're saying. Because that's me too. My mom died. Actually, you know what was the beautiful thing about my mom dying? I never thought my mom dying would make me finally stop being afraid to die. I used to be afraid of death. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, we can't be afraid of it ever.
No, I'm not.
That's part of life. We just don't know what day.
We live to die.
We can't be afraid of what's going to eventually happen. It happens to everybody.
And we all going to die. Everybody's got an expiration date.
Everybody's got an expiration date, but it's just a matter of how you enjoy life, man.
No, I agree. I agree with you. So one of the biggest questions, and then in a minute you guys can start asking the questions y'all would like to ask. Tell me something. Tell us something that don't nobody know about Ricco the Great. Probably never been asked tonight. Tell us something today.
I'm such a book. I tell everything.
That's me. I do too. I have a book.
My testimony is my biggest accomplishment, man. So I really don't have nothing I have to hide from nobody. People know my past. They know what the fuck I used to do. You know what I'm saying? Niggas know how I was. You know? And I mean, there's nothing I can really say that don't nobody really know, man. Motherfuckers speak on me and say stuff, but I tell the truth. I have no problem telling the truth. I've been a womanizer. I've been a womanizer. I've been a cold nigga in the streets. Yeah. But I've also been a nice nigga, and I've helped a lot of people, man.
I love that.
And it's not a financial help. It's a lot of mental help.
Absolutely.
And that's why
is the best help to me.
That's why I get the love from my young partners.
Okay.
Like my young partners, they all call me Unc. I'm Unc to everybody.
Okay.
I got nieces, I got nephews, and these dudes I've been knowing for so many years. I never disrespected the fact that they call me Unc. I take it with all consideration and gratitude. I'm humbled by it because not everybody gets that respect from them. And I love that these dudes come to me when they're having a time when they need to talk.
That's right.
And my conversation is never, fuck a bitch, fuck a hoe. Nah, man, we're going to talk like God is talking to you.
That's right. Come on,
because God is coming through my spirit. And
well, the more I'm learning, the more I'm loving you.
It's more like when I talk to people, I talk to my spirit. I don't talk to my ego.
I love
my
that.
Ego used to be the biggest thing on me. And the ego is what caused me to have problems with people and, want to go check somebody about something. So
that's right.
I don't use my ego unless I'm on stage.
Exactly.
I have an ego on stage. I feel like
I think we all have an alter ego.
But
we all do.
My ego on stage is I'm the best. Shut up. Don't say nothing. Let me finish this shit. Because if you say something while I'm up here, I'm going to talk about you. I don't give a fuck. If you're my mama, my uncle, my cousin, if you say something while I'm on stage, you're fucking with my thought process. So, yeah, my ego is a motherfucker on stage. But when I get off stage, I'm back Ricco. I'm back humble. I'm back quiet. I'm back thank you and everything else, So, I learned to check my ego at the door, man. And that was the biggest thing I did as a man was to be able to check my ego and to be humble.
Most men can't.
My biggest humbling wasn't like nobody whooping my ass. or me not having this or that. The biggest humbling I ever got was from God.
I love that.
God humbled me, and He showed me how I could be happy with $50, just like I'm happy with 50,000.
Say it again.
You know what I'm saying? So being humbled by God, even opened and broadened my horizon. It made me think a little bit more. It made me feel different towards people. Man.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
I've really grown as a human being.
Yes.
You know, I can't just say as a man. As a human being, I've grown. You know, because sometimes we grow as a man, but we forget to grow as human beings.
Say it again.
You know, so
I like the way you put that, man. That was deep. I like that.
I'm growing as a man. I'm growing, and I'm 52 years old, and I'm still growing as a man.
And you look good to be 52.
Thank you.
And I never would have thought that.
Thank you.
That black don't crack. I keep telling y'all that it don't crack.
And I've been through it all, man.
Yes.
So I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. I'm at a point where I get frustrated sometimes about the comedy life because I know where I should be and I know where I could be.
No, I know what you mean by that because I feel like my season should be worldwide by now.
A lot of it comes from having to take care of my mom. I took care of my mom. My mom was way more important than being.
It is, and it was.
Yeah, that was my.
For that.
I didn't give a damn about none of that superstar shit because I was her superstar. And
that's right.
I mean, that's all that mattered to me was my mother, man. So a lot of times I missed out on a lot of stuff because I was taking care of my mother. But it was the most beautiful thing I ever could have did because she took beautiful care of me. Like I say, I grew up in a world where my father was a pimp, my auntie was a hoe, my uncle was a pimp, my other uncle sold dope. So I seen a lot of different women doing a lot of different things. And my mother is the one woman that I could say that, even from the Bible, would be a virtuous woman. I mean, I see my mother stay with my stepfather for 28 years. I seen her.
Oh, I love it.
Divorce after he died, she got married again, and I just never seen her be a woman that would talk shit about people or none of that. She just gave me.
She was a humble woman.
She was such a beautiful spirit that it made my spirit beautiful.
I love that.
She warmed my heart, man. I can't even lie. If it went for my mother, I wouldn't have the heart I have right now. My mother had a beautiful heart, and she really gave that to me as a young man. She made my heart just be able to say I'm sorry. That's right. Be able to say when you're wrong. Be able to hug somebody.
And a lot of people really do not know that. And again, I'm not dogging out men because women do it too. But a lot of men don't know how to say I'm sorry. They don't know how to admit, okay, I was wrong. That's one of my biggest things I work on my kids with and my sons. You know, they don't have a father. And so I got to be mom and dad. But I always let them know there's nothing wrong with y'all showing emotions because, you know, as a black man, we got this thing of teaching boys, don't cry. You ain't supposed to. No, my sons know you can cry. And there's nothing wrong with saying you was wrong. I apologize.
Right.
And go back and make it right.
I found out tears ain't nothing but water from the soul.
That's right.
You know,
absolutely.
Letting water out your soul. You know,
absolutely.
Sometimes you gotta wring the rag out.
Absolutely.
You know, so I don't care about crying. And that's just like I got homeboys that I love, and when I leave them, I tell them, "Hey, I love you, bro."
That's right.
Love you too, man, because you never know what's going to happen.
That's right.
Man.
And you won't see them again.
I've lost people to like 5 minutes after I seen them. So I know how it is. I know how it is. You know.
That's how my mom was, and it trips me out to this day, and it always makes me wonder if my mom was waiting for me to walk out that door to close her eyes. I literally we was in New Jersey, Super Bowl Sunday. I never forget it. I hate Super Bowl because of it. And she wanted me to go across the street and go get her a cheesesteak. And literally it was like she was waiting for me to walk out that door. And next thing she know, her heart stopped.
Well, I did hospice with my mom at the house. So, you know, and she fought. It was like she was just trying to hold on for that whole week.
With my sister.
And then I left, and when I came back, my sister was like, she passed. And I was like, okay. You know, and it's just been hard. It's hard, man.
It is.
I tell people that people see me, I get a lot of love from people, and they know how much I love my mother because I praise her so much. And they don't know how good it feels to have somebody tell you was a good son, or hug you, or hey man, that was man, I love you, Ricco. Man, you stand strong. Sometimes I be at my weakest point, and I can hear that from somebody, and it perk me back up. Like, whoa, let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me get it together. But yeah, losing moms, that was my biggest loss ever, man. You know, but I continue to move on. I continue to move on. I continue to do my comedy.
Her proud.
Yeah, I'm gonna make her proud. I'm gonna stay making her proud.
That's how I feel about my mom.
I'm not going. I'm not going to take that hurt and hurt myself.
That's right.
And that's what we do sometimes.
I'm happy to hear that.
We take the hurt from other people and we hurt ourselves. We even make the day a hurtful day.
Yes.
Like, oh, tomorrow's the day so-and-so died. Oh, we don't have to let out balloons. Now, why not party? Yep. Why not have a good time?
I'm guilty of that. I will admit, and I like the way you said, because now you got me now when we come up on my mom's stuff, maybe I should do. I'm not going to lie.
You got to have something. You got to have a get
I'm
together.
Sad too.
Play her favorite song.
Yeah.
Her spirit is, you kill the spirit by killing your spirit.
Got you. Okay.
And I learned that. You can't, I lost my father young, and I had a hatred towards a lot of things, and I almost killed my spirit off because I was so upset about my father being killed. And then when my mother passed away, I learned how to control that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
You got emotion. What it is called is emotional intelligence, and a lot of people don't have the emotional intelligence part. And that's one of the things that I be teaching my young girls, or even teach my kids with my nonprofit. But myself, I'm learning more. I'm 42, and I'm learning more. But you got to have emotional intelligence, and I think everybody should take an emotional intelligence class to learn.
Well, a lot of times, emotional intelligence comes from just going through things and living life.
Absolutely.
And some people haven't lived life yet.
I agree.
Or sometimes they don't allow life to come to them.
Yes, I agree.
So,
I agree with that too.
I mean, I see, like a lot of brothers now are more emotional than I've ever seen in my life. You know, I hate to hear a man say he's irritated. Like, you're irritated with a person. I can't, it's just certain words that I feel like man shouldn't have in their vocabulary. Man.
Okay.
What are you irritated? Nigga, you better get your shit together, man. Irritated. Only thing that irritate me is a fly. Human being irritate me.
Absolutely.
Because I know how to get away from y'all.
Exactly.
If a fly, a bee, whatever, I know, hey, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's irritation. If you get a bee in the car, a fly in the car, and it's
can't make it go away.
That can irritate me.
Yes.
But a human being controlling my emotions enough to irritate me? Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm 52. I
got
got maybe 20.
Did I say that again?
I maybe got 20, 30 years left, God willing. I'm not about to take my life and not enjoy it.
I agree.
I've had so many, I went through emotional, mental, physical abuse all my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Physical abuse from the streets, mental abuse from stepfathers and my stepfather and just people in the street saying things about me that weren't true. And then the physical abuse is just the fighting and the getting into it with people. I've been through all that.
Yeah.
I just want peace.
I agree.
I don't want nothing. When you get peace, you get a peace of mind. You get a piece of what's going on. When you have peace, you can find out more about yourself.
Yes.
But you can't find out about yourself if you're not in a peaceful situation.
I agree.
I don't care about money. I don't care about cars. I don't care about none of that shit. If you're not peaceful, that shit don't mean nothing. That's why you get people who get money and everything, and they do so many drugs, or they kill themselves. You're like, well, damn, he had everything. Why kill him?
But now he's dying inside. I was going to say that.
Peace,
I agree.
Your spirit is the last thing that you have after you leave this body.
Absolutely.
So if your spirit ain't happy while it was in this body, how's it going to be happy when you leave this body?
And a lot of people don't notice, but not all the dead, like you said, be at peace. And that's why a lot of the dead still roam the world when you see like, oh, I feel like they was here. Or a lot of the dead don't be happy about dying. Like you said, they wasn't at peace when they died. So now that they're dead, they're even more not at peace, if that makes sense. Right. So you're saying something that's honest.
Well, it's just, like I said, man, I keep myself to myself. I don't be in nobody's business. I don't talk about men at all. I don't discuss nobody's shit. I don't want to see.
That's right.
I just want to see everybody. I want to see everybody get rid of their vices and come into happiness, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that's just my thing. I love to see people happy. I don't want to see nobody around me like. I don't care if I don't know you. I'm coming to talk to you.
That's right.
It's just something about my spirit that moves that way, man. And
that's right.
I've been going to church for the last maybe 2 years now, and I'm starting to develop a better relationship with God.
I love that.
And
where you go to church?
I go to St. Jude on 33rd in Oak Park. My best friend's father is a preacher, Mr. Cotton.
Okay.
Reverend Cotton is a very good guy. Never no smut on his name. I seen this man go from working SMUD doing the meters to being the president of SMUD. So he never got paid for church. You don't get paid for being a preacher. Man had a job, and I love his words and everything. But I studied myself. I studied up under the Israelite thing for a minute. I did that for like about 14 years.
And what did you think of that?
I love it. I love it because it tells us, it gave me a reflection of who I am in the Bible.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people say the Bible's fake, but some of the predictions in the Bible are too what's going on now if you know how to put it together.
It's not fake. What I feel like people mean by that, because I've been Muslim and Christian my whole life. I'm Muslim. My father was Muslim, all my family on my dad's side is Muslim, and my mom was Christian. But when they divorced, my mom went back to Christianity. So I've lived on both of the sides. I've even been Jehovah's Witness because of my mom jumping us around. But I used to be angry about it. But now that I'm a mother and I'm older, I actually thank God that she did, because as I got older, it let me see where I wanted to be. It had me understand other beliefs and religions.
Right.
But I get what you're saying, necessarily about the whole spiritual thing. To me, I feel like we get too caught up in religion when we should be focused on just our relationship with God.
People don't know, when you look up the word religion, it means to bond and hold back. It's an old Hebrew word, and it's an old Greek word that meant to hold and bond, to bond and hold back. It was called religion. Religion. It was an old word, and there was no religion in the Bible. Nobody had a religion. No, everybody just believed in God, Christ Himself. And I don't have a quarrel with anybody's beliefs. As long as you believe in God and you have a spirit.
You sound like me. I agree.
I don't care about who you claim or
That's right.
what church you go to, 5-time Baptist.
That's right.
It don't matter to me. As long as you have a beautiful heart and you believe in God, because God's gonna judge your heart. He ain't gonna judge your actions.
That's right. I agree. And I don't feel like there's not one religion better than the other. Like I said, at the end of the day, whether you call them Allah, God, Jehovah, we actually all answer to one God at the end of the day. So tell us a little, can we look forward to see? For those who ain't been to a Ricco show, tell me a little bit about what you got coming up.
Well, I got a show coming up in Denver in May. Okay. I got some stuff in Denver in May. I'm supposed to be going back to the Apollo in July. I got a couple of shows in July out there in New York. As far as, I got some festivals and a couple of things to do this summer.
Okay.
Just really trying to get my name out there a little bit more.
I love that.
Try to move a little bit more. It's easier to move now that my mother's passed away. It's easier for me to get around. So
got you.
Just looking to get booked at different places and do different things, you know. But as far as Sacramento, I have 2 places that I do comedy at. It's a place called the Boss Lounge downtown.
Boss Lounge. Do y'all hear that?
It's Boss Lounge. It's on Sundays. We do it every other Sunday. So we didn't do it this Sunday. We'll do it next Sunday. It's the address is 1017 Front Street. It's a black-owned place. It's very nice, very elegant. But what I don't like about it is the fact that people come once, they speak on it, and then, I don't want to go down there. I heard them people do it. Come check for yourself.
That's right.
Come see this. These are some black people who bought a spot, and they're trying to give people opportunity to come in and have a nice. It's a nice place, very nice.
I gotta check it out.
Very well taken care of.
I'm coming.
1017 Front Street, called the Boss Lounge.
1017 Front Street. You guys, I'm gonna have to give that address out again. So it's every Sunday.
Every other Sunday.
So
we'll be there this Sunday.
Okay.
What we're trying to do is really get the people to start coming out. Then we'll do it every Sunday.
Okay.
But until then, we're gonna do it every other Sunday, because when we don't have people there, it's a negative. It's a negative for the person owning the bar, and it's a negative for me.
For the comedians, because it's like nobody's there.
Nobody's there, and then we don't get. I can't pay the main comedian who comes in and does the show. So I just need the support. And then Wednesday nights on Del Paso, we do a spot, and we do a 420 comedy.
Okay.
And we have good food there, and it starts about 8 o'clock, and that's every Wednesday. We're there.
Okay.
DJ White folks on the 1s and 2s. We play good music. It's a good atmosphere. If you're a comic, come on down. I have no problem putting comics on. If you want to do comedy, and I see so many people coming to me talking, I could do comedy. I wish I could do it. All you got to do is come to open mic, And
y'all hear that?
So
y'all who is in the comedian, I will be leaving it in my bio, and I will be leaving it up on the page after this. So if you are interested in doing comedy or just want to get out with your loved one, girls' night, man's night, we're going to check out where Ricco is going again, y'all. I tell y'all this over and over, even with mines. Black people, we have to support each other more. We are not going to get nowhere not supporting each other. We have to show up and show out for each other and support one another. So I will be actually advertising it on my personal page and Pretty Little Ladies podcast. I will be having the link. So y'all who's going to ask, well, where is he having it at? You can see it on my bio and up on my page. Okay, so you got that going on, and you got a little bit in Denver. The comedy show, because I've heard about that, so I'm going to let you clarify it so y'all can hear it now. Are you part of the one that's coming next month in the Bay? That Mike Epps actually?
No.
Not Mike Epps, what you call it, is running?
Well, that's, they get the people who are more famous and more known, so.
All them on there ain't no
But I've done shows with Bubba Dub.
Okay.
I've done shows with Ha Davis, DC Young Fly.
Okay.
And I know Corey Holcomb, and again I know Tony Roberts. But like I say, it's hard when you're funny and somebody else is funny.
Yeah.
They don't wanna put you on. When they know you funny, it's like I know so many people, but no support from them people.
I know what you're saying.
They might tell you something like, "Oh, we need to do this. You the funniest this." Well, okay, well, take me out of town with you.
Facts.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna look into it. It never happens.
Silent.
And then it's like dudes that do shows with me and be like, "Hey man, I gotta get you on the road with me." That's all I ask is just get me on the road. I ain't worried about the money. I just need the exposure. I need to be around people that can see me in different places. But it always ends up with a no call, or you call and they never answer the phone. I mean, there's some famous comedians that done me like that. You know what I'm saying? But I just laugh at it, man. When God puts you somewhere, He's gonna put you somewhere.
That's right.
Man. Right now, I'm here, and whoever I'm serving this medicine to now, that's who needs it.
Absolutely.
So when it does get big, everybody will get a dose of it.
That's right.
But right now, I'm serving the people I need to serve, and the people I'm serving are loving it.
You got my mind working, because now I got a few people that I'm about to get together. I'm dead ass. I'm hear it right here today. I'm about to get together. I know and heard of it. He's one of the biggest out here to do it. My pop, I call him my pop, Rick Warren. I must have us get together and put something together for you.
Well, I would love it. I would love it. I would love it. I would love that.
You could line up the other ones. We just get the building, bring the food, and we bring the people and let you handle.
See, that's what I like to do. I just like to do comedy. I don't want to do the flyer.
Nope.
I don't want to send the flyer out. I'll post it, all that. But I'm a comedian.
That's right.
I don't want to be a promoter.
That's
I don't want to be the dude collecting the money at the door.
That's right.
I just want to come do comedy and get the fuck up out of here. I don't want to be the producer and all. Just let me tell these jokes and let me go.
That's right.
That's it. I don't want to do none of the other stuff. I don't even, like I tell people, I don't even look for the glory, man. It's beautiful. And I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it feeds you to hear people say how good you are at something. It makes you feel good. It makes you smile on the inside.
Yes.
But, like I say, I'm humbled by it because I know things can be taken away from you so fast.
Absolutely.
I seen that with basketball. I was a great basketball player.
See, again, I'm learning something about you.
And I mean, great. Anybody that know me that know I played basketball, I was not the average. I wasn't your average dude playing the ball.
So why you stop with that?
I got hit by a diesel.
Oh shit, you did say that.
When I got hit by the diesel at 21, it just changed my whole life. Like I said, I never did anything else growing up. I didn't sell drugs. I didn't run the streets. I was a kid that went home. I went home when the lights came on. I listened to my mother and all the shit. I never did nothing. I just wanted to play basketball, go to school, and mess with the girls. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't want to do nothing else. I didn't want to be seen as nothing else. I want to be tough. I didn't want to be a gangster. I didn't want to be nothing but basketball. That's all I wanted. And that was my first love above everything, you know. And for it to be taken away from me so young, it put a dark cloud inside of me.
Absolutely.
And I had let's say, I had doubts about God. Like, why would you do this to me?
I felt like that.
But you made me survive it. But why would you do this to me? Why would you put a scar on my face? Why would you break my leg in half? I ain't did nothing. And I didn't know he was preparing me for this.
See?
You know, and all that time I was standing in front of my grandmother's house making everybody laugh. And I was already doing comedy and didn't know it.
That's right.
So when I got on stage, I was already prepared for it and didn't know it.
That's right.
So it wasn't like I got on stage, I didn't know how to put a joke together. I didn't know none of that. I'm still learning more and more now. And I still don't write jokes. I've never wrote a joke a day in my life.
So you just get on there and just straight.
I can't tell you it's freestyle. It's just my whole day is full of thoughts. And then when I take these thoughts, I put them on stage and I see if people are going to laugh. That's why I tell any comedian it's always good to get on stage. I don't give a fuck if you do it in the garage. Yeah. I don't care if somebody asks you to do it at their birthday party.
Yes,
it's always good to get on stage and get something out. Don't be afraid to say something if you feel it's funny. If they don't laugh, go work on it and make it better.
That's right.
You know, so, I mean, it's just a matter of getting over the fear. Like I tell people, like, you don't be scared when you get on stage. I'm petrified when I go on stage. My stomach boiling, feel like I got a shit. I'm scared every time. I never want to go out there thinking that I'm the shit.
That's right.
Because that's when you find out you ain't shit.
Got you.
You know, so
But you saying still go to get over that fear.
I'm humble until I stand on that stage.
Okay.
When I'm backstage, waiting for my name to be called, I am scared shitless.
Okay, I love
my stomach is boiling. My head is spinning. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to say. I'm just like, oh. And then as soon as the song come on, boom.
You ready?
I come out. It's like.
It wakes you up.
It's like I come out my body and I watch myself do these jokes. And then I go home and I watch it when people might send me a tape.
The recording,
and I watch it and I laugh so hard because nobody knows I just made that shit up. Just right there on the spot.
See?
So a lot of that shit I made up just on the spot. And then I would take it home and I watch it. And now I come like, oh, I could put that joke with that joke. Yeah. And I could bring that with that. It's like a puzzle. And
exactly.
Then I put it together.
Put the pieces
and
together.
Then the next time you see me, you're waiting for that joke. And it's 30 times different than what it was.
Exactly.
That's the thing, the gift that God has given me that I treasure so much that I can go in my mind and come up with these different scenarios that I've never heard anybody else do.
Okay.
I don't like to repeat anything anybody else did.
Exactly.
You know, and it'd be hard for me because most shows I'm the last dude up.
Okay.
So if I go to a show and there's 4 or 5 dudes up, I got to be funny after these 4 or 5 dudes.
Yes, you do.
People don't know how hard that is.
Yes, you do.
Like, here go 4 niggas that went up, and people laugh.
Facts.
But I got to go up there and make y'all forget.
And this show, yeah.
I got to make y'all forget how funny they was.
Yes, you do.
I got to make you come. When I get off stage, I want you to say, you was the funniest one.
Facts. So do you get the, how does that work? Do y'all choose your lineup, or they're like, no, you
the person
go first,
who puts the show together.
Okay.
Because you can fuck a lineup up. You can put somebody up good, and they'll tear the show up, and then the people after them won't be good.
Oh,
so
shit.
I've done that before. I've been to shows, and the motherfucker didn't know who I was, and he's like, well, you go up third. And I'm looking like, all right, I'll go up third. And I go up there and tear shit up. And then the next dudes after me is like,
everybody's bored.
I mean, even the headliner. I've done that to headliners who supposed to be big dudes or whatever. They come do a show with me. I tear that shit up, and next you know, the promoter's calling me like, hey, man, why you still a show like that? I'm not trying to do it, but it's just what I do.
Facts.
You know, and then...
And you're supposed to. What they talking about? I don't give a damn who up there. You supposed to get up there, kill the show, and take that shit home.
Well, it's just a matter of my job. It's
That's
my
right.
job. And God gave me the job, so I'm sure I'm going to do it to my fullest. I don't care if it's 4 people in the audience.
That's right.
I don't care if it's 3 people in the audience. I'm going to give you a fucking show because you never know who those people know.
Yes.
You feel me? You could be in an audience with 4 people, and it might be 2 of the most powerful people in the world in there, and you don't know it, and you go up there playing around, and they're like, oh, he's not what I thought he was. No, you got to give your all on everything, man.
Yes.
That's how I was in basketball. I never played, even when I played with people that were weaker than me, I never played to my competition. Fact. I played above my competition.
You're supposed to.
I use that in comedy. I'm not going to be lackadaisical because you are.
That's right.
I'm about to go ahead and blow shit out the water.
That's right.
If you going up after me, you better be ready to blow shit out the water.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If you go up before me, you better blow shit out the water or you're going to be forgotten.
Because I'm going to end this shit.
I'm going, man.
Come on.
I'm going to try to tear shit up.
Come on.
I'm going to always try to give my best. I don't give a damn how many people there, how many people showed up. But like I say, the support is all by mouth. It's not by show. You know, I got certain people that support. I got a blind friend that comes to more shows than most people that I know.
Really?
He's blind. His woman, they come to shows. He's blind. He love me. And
I promise you going to see how I'm about to be your next biggest supporter.
I get support from certain people. I get support from certain people, like from the mouth. They might say something to somebody. But I need you in the place.
That's right. We need you to fill them seats.
Yeah. I see.
Are we coming?
Oh, I love you, Rick. I love you, Rick. And then I don't want to go there because that place is this. Well, I'm at this place now.
So I need you to be there.
So it ain't no excuse of what gang is there, what niggas you don't like, or what female you don't like. There's no excuse. This place is neutral where you can come and enjoy yourself. And you ain't got to worry about no shit.
That's right.
You know, so I don't know, man. It's just a matter of support, man. Support. That's all.
We gotta support them, y'all. Yeah. We gotta show up. Sacramento, I'm telling you, we about to put something big together. We gotta support our king, man. This is our king. This is our goat of comedy. So we gotta show up and show out for him. That's the problem with support. If people want to support when you already big, but I need you to support me when I'm small and when I'm big.
And support is not coming to my show and saying, "Rick, can you get me in?"
Can you say that one more time?
You know,
because everybody always wants something.
And kill me is like
shit. I
can't. There be people who never come to shows.
Damn, I can't stand
and they be like, "Hey, Rico, you gonna leave my name at the door?" Hell no.
Pay like the rest, but just
you go see Kevin Hart. You pay $150 for a ticket, $80 for a ticket. I'm actually come see me for $20.
Facts.
15 at the most, sometimes 10. And you can come talk to me after the show.
That's right.
You can take a picture with me. I ain't gonna charge you.
That's right.
But you'll go see this motherfucker, and then afterwards be like, "He ain't funnier than you, Rico."
Fact.
But I just seen you at his show. Sometimes I show up at shows like they have show at the Punchline.
That's what actually have you done.
I show up at the Punchline, and I see all these different people that say, "Oh, Rick, I fuck with your comedy," but I'm not seeing you at none of my shows.
Facts.
I'm seeing you at the Punchline. You know, to come see whoever's there. I'm not mad at the person who's there, but I'm like, damn, y'all come out, get dressed up, get together, and come here. But you're not supporting your local
entrepreneur.
You're not supporting the local man who got y'all back.
That's right.
Who representing everybody.
That's right.
Y'all gonna support a dude that ain't funnier than me. You got way more money than me, but you can't even have access to that.
Facts.
You know, so I just...
Have you done the Punchline?
Yeah, I'm about to do the Punchline. Matter of fact, Wednesday. Before my show Wednesday.
Can we look in here and say that again? Hey, Wednesday. Listen to this,
Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, Lance Woods and Friends. I do it. He does a show every month. That's my partner, Lance. Love Lance.
This is Ricco Dagreat, y'all.
Lance does a show Lance Woods does a show every month at Punchline towards the end of the month. We'll be there on the 23rd, which is Wednesday. He'll be doing this Punchline thing. Then after I leave there, I'll go do my show in Del Paso. So
this Wednesday, y'all, at the Punchline, the one that's in Old Sac, right?
No, Punchline is on Arden. Punchline is on Arden and Howe.
Can you run that address if you know it?
I don't know the address.
Okay, so y'all
it's in the same parking lot that they do the Thursday night motorcycle thing. It's right across from...
I know exactly what you're talking about now. Yeah. It's a Starbucks.
Yeah, Starbucks I've been there. In the Nike...
Yes.
Yeah, the fish place right there.
Yes.
Yeah, upstairs.
Okay, so this Wednesday, Sacramento, I need y'all to get up, show out. Come on, man, show some love for our king of comedy. Ricco Dagreat is going to be there this Wednesday. What time?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
No, 7 o'clock. We start at 7. Start at 7. Doors open at about 7. Show start about 7:30.
Be there at 7.
And then after that show, I go Wednesday night to Del Paso Boulevard, and I got a 420 show where we smoke weed, we eat food, we just socialize, and it's good comedy, man.
All right, so y'all hear that. So for y'all who smoke, I don't smoke, but I'll still come and show up and support. We got to get out there and support, and I talk about this all the time because I feel the same way. Nobody supports my seasoning. But get out there. We're going to show up. I'm going to put the address up, so you guys please look out for it. come show up and show out for Ricco Dagreat. He gonna be there this Wednesday at the Punchline on Artist. So be there at 7:00. Actually, for those who show up and you need the information, I will gift you one of Jersey Girls seasoning for those who come and show up and show out. So all you got to do is leave me a message in my inbox, and the address and everything will be there for you. So let me know that you got your tickets and you going, and we're going to let it go out. Can you please let the audience know before we close out, where can they find you at and where should they follow you?
Look me up on Instagram, Ricco Dagreat, RICCO DAGREAT. Same thing with Facebook. Same thing with TikTok. Same thing with Snap. I mean, I'm on everything, man. Like I said, man, if you see my stuff on there, share it, send it out, tell a friend. I don't care if they're out of town. If they know somebody that's promoting comedy, have them get at me. I'm very open to doing anything, anywhere. I do birthday parties, I do weddings, I do whatever.
I hear that.
Wherever you want me to be, I'll even do a funeral. I'll make you laugh after a funeral. So,
that's right.
So man, I mean, if you can hit me up. I'm Ricco Dagreat, and I'm, like I said, I'm humbled to be doing what I'm doing, and I appreciate everybody, man.
So y'all heard it here on, Pretty Little Ladies Podcast, the exclusive of Ricco Dagreat. So please follow our YouTube channel on Pretty Little Ladies Podcast on YouTube. Please make sure y'all subscribe. Please make sure y'all go and check out my boy, my king, Ricco Dagreat. He gonna rip the mic and the stage. So if you want to get out there and go have a good time, that's where to go on Wednesday night. I will be linking his page to follow and leaving his information up after the video. And that's where you can contact and reach out to my promoters. Mike, I'm actually going to get at you about him today. Let's put something together, y'all, to show our love for our Black King out here. We got to do that, and we got to represent him to let him know he is supported and he is loved. We signing out. Thank you again for watching Pretty Little Ladies Podcast.
Peace out.
Good. Stay
Peace
loved.
out.
Stay
love,
blessed.
Love.
Good night.